Приятную новость вычитал. То эта новая РПшка все-таки реализована разрабами в русификации и не надо себя мучить, разбираясь и иностранном языке пхахах. Хотя с другой стороны стоит заняться изучением англоязычного транслита. Ну вот и она только что-то не пойма, почему не рус. Эх, поспешили. Перезапуск делаем. Иногда полезно во что-то новое для разнообразия побегать. С учетом, хоть и не скажешь, но я любитель игра именно в жанре фоллуча первой и второй части хихи. Не только маньяк в стройке. Ну вот и все. Давайте начнем трогать и смотреть, что к чему и как с игрой. То у нас тут есть пара сам. будем, значит, эльфом. Что за неудачный выбор портретов Пиалька? Вот таким оставим перса. Дизель-инженер. Что ж тухи их? Да, или дизель, или вуду. Ну, значит, дизель и охотник. На мой взгляд, лучше всего, но там дальше будет видно. Так, а мы еще статы раскидать внизу можем. статы-то попробую. А там потом видно будет, промахнулись или нет. Вот так вот и погнали к игре. Только классика.
Here you have written, and the diesel grenadiers overran the last stronghold of the Hellfire Order, defeating Eldris and the Storm, and ending the Third Magotech War.
Вот и проснулись на холодном полу изголовья пятой точки Бхаха. Видимо, силенок не хватило.
One might be deceived by the apparent weightlessness of this platform, but closer scrutiny there's a strong flow of steam blocking the way. Maybe this inconspicuous red valve can fix the...
Прям какой-то горлом, ха-ха. Не хватало слов, моя прелесть. А нет, шортики у нас есть.
Without their commander or magical powers, those who remained had no choice but to surrender. That is how technology came.
Фух, не зря качали атлетику.
All sources of
Прыгаем дальше. Вообще странно, вроде технологии победили, а порталы есть.
At first glance, it seems to be a passageway, but upon closer examination, you see that the entire framework is leaning heavily. A single misstep could lead to the collapse of multiple structures, along with tons of raw stone.
А мы тут причем, чего он на нас агрокинул то?
The vehicle's brakes are completely seized. Otherwise, it would have rolled on and crashed long ago. You must either search for the key or attempt to resolve the brake problem.
The ongoing clash between mages and technologists was the source of that terrifying disease, the Iron Plague. People began to rust from the outside in, transforming into hideous, decaying iron statues of themselves. The war didn't take place on our soil, but the aftermath reached us nonetheless. Previously unseen
Похоже, рано мы туда пошли, а не сбегали в портал сначала.
But tell me, why are you not content with existing literature on this subject? Curious. But let us move on. Many of these entries are needlessly provocative. For example, every day I witness yet another family selling everything they own to move to this incredible new world. The newspapers never stop shouting about it. Apparently, technological progress is booming, and daily drudgery is being steadily replaced by automation. They claim the people are overjoyed, but why do we never hear a word from them? I cannot shake the feeling that the world is falling apart on all sides and the powerful care not in the slightest, while we must smile and pretend to be happy. Audacious. Do you realize that this passage by itself justifies a quite harsh sentence? That was just the first entry. Every page is rife with distressing theories and questions. Do you not agree that notions such as these pose a real threat to the world? I see. You do realize everything that happened is entirely due to your ignorance and arrogance. Everyone who trusted you, believed in you, and every event that led us to this point. You don't even grasp the magnitude of your responsibility, do you? Each one of these notes perfectly illustrates your insistence on meddling in matters which do not concern you. Let's read another one, shall we? Right here. Something weird is happening over there. I can feel it. Everyone's talking about folks going missing, and what of that deranged dwarf who was shouting about experiments? Even if a word of it is true, I shudder to think what's become of those people, of my people, exploiting the common folks' superstition to undermine technological progress. What's next? Tales of impossible monsters and... But however distasteful, here is some of the reasoning, if such a word even applies, behind your conclusions. Interesting. The human mind functions in curious ways. If a problem doesn't directly affect us, we tend to think ourselves immune. But as I see the Iron Plague continue to spread all around me, Helen, my first love, died a few weeks ago. I don't know what to make of that. Her parents will not visit her grave. That of Uncle Victor hasn't spoken in over a week. His skin has turned to a flaky, oxidized crust, and his breathing is labored. I don't know how long he'll last. I hope for a miracle, but they seem increasing. Even now, I can hear the metallic rattle of Aunt Hilda's joints. She keeps on smiling, even as the Iron Plague devours her without respite or mercy. If there's any chance to save them from this awful death, I'll take it, no matter the cost. They raised me, after all. Silence! Is it fair to mistreat? Do you want... And now we come to the proof that you're the one who started all this, that the whole debacle is your fault. The odds are not good, I know, but it still bothers me that there's been no word from any of... So, there it is, in your own words. Silence. These are your words. I smuggled the unwoven filament onto a ship heading for the New World to the Tatterhold seaport. There I will meet with Red Simon's contact.
Кто-то и не понял, что к чему, словно куски из разных временных отрывков.
The interminable voyage from the old world is finally over, and the relentless seasickness has at last slackened its grip. You inhale deeply and let the warm sea breeze fill your senses. The cries of gulls fill the air, alongside the chatter of folk on the bustling docks. Your heart quickens with anticipation as you take that first decisive step off the gangway. The new world awaits. But before you're free to embrace this new chapter in your life, there's the customs officer to deal with. A young man in an ill-fitting uniform presides, papers strewn before him on the wooden tabletop. With an air of long-practiced indifference, he begins to read from a crumpled form.
Good day to you, sir or madam. Let me be the first to welcome you to the new world. A place without poverty, hunger, or war. A place where everyone can achieve their dreams, etc., etc. You can become anyone you wish in the new world. A warrior, a magician, the president. Together we can make this the perfect home for everyone. A place where anything... Please, pass me your documents and join the line. You might be the future president of the Free States, buddy, but you're not my boss. Any more attempts at humor, and you go to the end of the line. You can pick up your personal belongings on the pier. Straight ahead, then take a left. We are happy to welcome another human to the new world. You'll find lots of opportunity. Please step forward for a customs check. We need to make sure you're not carrying anything illegal. Surface inspection indicates the new arrival is not a magical being, has no visible signs of corruption, and no evident symptoms of the Iron Plague. Nor do I observe any kind of smoke, magical glow, unusual light refraction, or other Looks like we're done here. Head on. Don't break the law and don't join any magical terrorist organizations.
Подшутив, вы получили небольшой, так сказать, буст. Ага, не буст, а особенности есть еще пару. Красочно. Дайте два пхаха. В этот раз атлетики нам не хватило. Так, уровень какие, что там у нас? Оголдачненные стволы, боевые повязки. Вот как. Повязки и ствол не катят одновременно. Но все равно будем пока кулачником. Что-то я так и не понял, как понимать, сколько у нас очков хода. Ну че, может-то мы нашли вроде. Пошли дальше.
Feeling lucky, folks? Place your bets on Michael Mortensen. Odds are 5-1 against.
You're certain that fellow holding the Crimson Arrow sign just announced the very person you're supposed to meet on the docks?
was a real cracker. Up until your grand entrance, that is. My sniffer feels like a plate of mashed taters now. And I'm not loving it. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you're here. But you could have chosen a less no-stumping moment, huh? Pathetic? Mate, you must be pulling my leg. Grotweir the Crusher is anything but pathetic. He's straight out of the Stonecutters gang. A street fighting legend from the old world. Though he's been retired for at least 20 years. I just hope he didn't hear you. See that fella over there? Looks like an elderly hedgehog. He and Grotweir had a bit too much to drink one night and got into a scrap. Grotweir, being Grotweir, knocked out every single one of the poor bloke's teeth. To be fair, they were so plastered that neither recalls what the disagreement was about. But I reckon the one who still got his teeth was probably in the right. All right, it seems we got off to a bit of a rocky start. Let's wipe the slate clean. Mr. Simon told me a little bit about you. Now it's time I introduce myself. Name's Michael Mortensen, but mostly folks call me Mick Rosie. I work for Mr. Simon, managing his business affairs now and then. And you? Well met indeed. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. In the new world, everyone's got a debt hanging over their head. Me, for example, I have to get you to Mr. Simon. But there's a snag. I took a beating, and now I owe Ernie. Ernie's the bloke with the purse and the trusty notebook. Don't take this the wrong way, mate. Not holding a grudge or anything. But I got knocked out because of you. It's a bit of a tangled tale. But now it's you who's got a debt to settle with Ernie. We're not going anywhere until that's taken care of. You follow me? Enough talk. Time for action. Get your hands on that cash. You're in the port, buddy. To make a few dollars, you can try your luck with some portside gamblers. Indulge in a bit of pickpocketing. If you're feeling adventurous and want to reel in a bigger catch, have a chat with Ernie and consider.
Вроде я понял, что к чему в параметрах боевки.
Already back. You're in the port, buddy. If you're feeling it. Splendid. We can go now. By the way, where's your suit? Blast it all. All right. Let's take a look at the luggage belt then. It's got to be there.
A police officer in a flashy tech outfit stands on the stoop, engaged in a quiet tete-a-tete with a man. For some reason, this piques Mick's interest.
Listen up, partner. I gotta sort a little something out with Jimmy. But I'll be back in 2 shakes, don't you worry. That bastard owes me a debt. Taking care of this little errand is gonna put me in better shape. And that's gonna benefit you and me. Yeah, I did. I had a feeling.
The cop startles at Mick's exclamation. His countenance darkens.
What do you want, Mortensen?
Jimmy, you owe me a little something. And since I'm in the neighborhood, I thought I'd cash in.
The policeman's face grows another shade darker as he forces a smile onto his face.
Yeah, I think we need to have a little one-on-one off the record.
The policeman nods pointedly. The policeman's eyes are darting about, and he's breathing in harsh gasps.
Ha! My partner likes getting down to brass tacks. Knew we were on the same page, buddy.
Without ever taking his eyes off the policeman's, Mick wordlessly extends an open hand. Jimmy hesitates, but only briefly, his gaze snapping from the... Finally, he lets out a long, reluctant sigh and drops the mysterious...
Damn it, Mortensen. Here, take it.
Mick grins with...
And keep this between you and me, all right?
I understand. I'm not a... Hold on a sec. There's something up...
Mick carefully unwraps the parcel to reveal a tiny heap of crystalline powder.
Orphan. I'd have never made it through the mines without it. I was popping every single day. The work was that brutal. Thank...
Mick expertly snorts up a dose of orphan and a bliss.
Feel like giving it a shot?
Orphan is a potent drug which amps up your strength and reactions, but leads to a painful aftermath later. Moreover, it's highly addictive.
You've got no idea what you're passing up, pal.
This dwarf is openly weeping, angry. As you draw closer, a noxious but familiar odor wafts over you, the acrid tang of rot gut.
Stop bothering me! Damn it! What do you want? Your bags? No, but only when it all broke down did they start going, "Fate, what do you want?" Let me guess. Is it luggage? What?
That's great.
It's like this. Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III. There's been a shutdown at the station, and Mr. Parisi was invited to entertain any new arrivals until it's sorted out. I wanted to be an actor my whole life! Whoop. To be so adored that whenever people saw me, they would smile. You know what I mean? So this was the chance of a lifetime for me! But he just grabbed his suitcase and walked on by, didn't even glance at my time. Oh my God, I'm such a fool. I should have thought of that. Oh, thank you.
Понятно. Почте, так сказать, контрабандист по прикрытием.
You catch the sounds of a heated argument in the square, where a well-dressed dandy is shouting at a syndicate agent. Looks like things are about to get physical.
This is unthinkable! Absolutely not! I'm not going to do it! Your edits are a mockery of the performing arts.
Richard, it seems you misunderstood me.
Whoa, not so fast, fella. It's Richard Maxwell Gracefield Paracy III to you! That's Paracy with an E!
No, of course. But you're deeply mistaken if you think...
Темный эльф.
Direct this performance and you will do what we tell you to do. Period.
Oh, this is positively scandalous! You're making me dizzy. I think I'm going to faint.
That's the end of this conversation. I trust we understand each other now.
Oh, my vision is going blurry! And my legs, they're failing me! Oh, I'm going to pass out!
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parazy III closes his eyes and dramatically flops to the ground. The syndicate envoy bends over and discreetly places a folder full of papers in the director's hands. Then, after spitting, the director, seemingly much heartier than one might think, lets out a shrill feline screech before leaping to his feet with an astonishing burst of vitality.
Hey, watch it! I'm taking a little break here. That imbecile is gone, right? The goddamn ass licker. He's going to pay for trying to force his gibberish on me. A douchebag who's never even had a manicure! Can you believe it?
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parazy III, in his characteristically nonchalant
Ah, Mickey! A radiant Rosie! And who's this you've got tagging along? I'm running a smidge low on those little pick-me-ups, Mike. But give me 2 sunrises and we'll be flying high again!
Richard, can't you ever keep your trap shut? That's got nothing to do with our business right now. Got it?
I see. What do you want then? Assistant? I thought the world was going to end before you finally showed up. Where the heck have you been? No, don't answer that. I don't care. The whole place is going to hell. The local branch of the syndicate wants to make changes to my script to please their big boss, the head of the Eastern Syndicate. My script of my play. Moreover, there's no way the actors can learn new lines in such a short time. Especially these actors. Have you seen them around, by the way?
Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parazy III wrings his hat.
Why are you still standing here? Why aren't you racing around solving my problems and carrying out my... Can't you see? They're all drunkards! I will never, I repeat, never work with a provincial... Find them. That's what I call a you problem. We don't have a...
Hello there.
Are you suggesting I hire yet another clueless schmuck with no Fantastic! Now...
В его подсотку сопротивление оказалось. Прикольно сделан крафтинг.
Hello there.
Пипец. Лицо в игре у перса и картинка. Это жизнь пхах.
What took you so long? There wasn't any time. Listen.
Well, this is...
Did you say so? Hey, hello! I I hope your trip here was as magical as my new hairstyle. Now,
Welcome, newcomers, to our land. A land that lives and breathes freedom. At this point, I would normally be handing you a glass of wine while we all relax and have a nice chat, but today's circumstances call for a little improvisation. As you may have guessed, we've had a small problem with transportation. The train to New Ark has been delayed, but don't worry. Letta Jean and her team are already addressing this unpleasant issue. And when our system-wide automation is complete, such inconveniences will be nothing but a memory. You'll reach New Ark eventually, and I guarantee it will be all the more thrilling for the wait. In the interim, the Syndicate has prepared a special gift for you. A drama arranged by New Ark's acclaimed stage director, Richard Maxwell Gracefield Parisi III. Mr. Gracefield Parisi and his troupe will put on a performance of The Broken Heart of the Enchanted Beast. I hope you enjoy it as much as I know I will.
You've got the play's script in hand, though not a single line has managed to evade the conspicuous scrawl of a red pen. Zindo's underlings have revised the entire text, transforming the director's vision into an extended series of advertisements. Worse, the actors haven't had time to commit these revisions to memory. Now you must step into the spotlight and guide everyone through the tsunami of altered text. But first, you must decide whether to stick to the original script or navigate the Syndicate's adaptation.
Today, you will witness a love story of
Nerio! A warning clear for your heart's design.
My sweetest Violet, defy this decree. Magic smites thy worlds not to me.
Oh, Nerio, the Weaver's darkest blight. Their reckless magic turned day to night. We must respect the laws and ne'er sway. Risk, they'll lead us far astray.
Herald, mark my words, thou shalt see. Great power from the rifts mine shall be. Weaver's gifts, I'll claim them all. My might and magic, they shall enthrall.
Nerio, beware! This path is fraught with peril and darkness. Heed the thought. Heed the thought. The thoughts. In the realm of creation, automatons make their stance, and with a fair maiden's favor, best your magical pants.
My dear Gerald, thy fears I will ignore. I crave this magic and I must have more. And Violet, my heart's desire, her love and power shall all conspire.
Violet! Fair Violet! I know her well. Her heart is in science, not some spell. To woo her with magic would be a ruse, and such dark intentions she must refuse. Young hearts entangled in this perilous strife, a clash of realms portends doom in life. Their destinies entwined in dark dismay, a balance lost, hearts led astray.
Nerio, dear Nerio, we must now part ways. For magic's darkness obscures your gaze. Zindo's automatons hold more wisdom in store than any mage. So here we part forevermore.
No, Violet! You can't break free, it's clear. My soul is bound to dark magic. My dear.
Oh, Nerio! Your transformation's too extreme. An abhorred mage of nightmarish gleam. We can't bridge the gap betwixt realms so vast. For magic and tech allied can't last.
Beware of magic. Upright and fair. It tempts and beguiles, but can't truly care. Love or friendship with a mage are bare. In the blink of an eye, mage turns nightmare.
This is a disaster! A complete failure!
As if from nowhere, a woman's voice calls out to you. You turn to find a woman's... You're all but certain she wasn't there until the moment.
Hey, guys! Hello?
She is a Hellfire occultist, though she doesn't display any obvious signs of becoming an abhorred. The way her clothes hang suggests she could be hiding. Her garments are quite dusty, indicating she's recently arrived and very curious. What might have...
Hey, buddy. Didn't your mom ever tell you not to chat up people you don't know? Got it, partner.
When you turn from your brief exchange with Mick, judging by everyone else's reaction, or lack thereof, after carefully scanning your surroundings, you spy the faintest sign of footprints, presumably belonging to your new acquaintance. You can't tell where they lead, but it does confirm the woman was fit.
Yeah, that was a weird one, all right. But it's nothing out of the ordinary, partner. Not for these parts, anyway. Welcome to the Tatterholt slum. Things aren't quite as light, and if you... That would be a... And have... I wouldn't... Miss... And off we go.
Кто-то как-то мутненько для стрима в это играть. Надо, наверное, опать, вернуться к Валхейму